Adrian the Emperor by Emily Hernandez. Adriano was a well-known emperor in Rome and Spain. His family, born in Italy and America, and Adriano never had a stable place to stay since he started traveling around Europe. Adriano, before being a great emperor, he accompanied Johann in the Dacia War in 105 and 106. He was a appointed governor in 107 and a consul in 109, and then he became a governor in Syria in 116. When Trajan passed away, he said that he wanted Adrian as a king, but people thought that something weird would happen when the Emperor Adrian became a king. Adrian's reign was marked by clashes with the Senate and by the Emperor troops around Europe, in addition to multiple visits to the Provence and foundations of the cities, and he led some military campaigns, and those military campaigns that Adrian visited were against in tribes of northern Britain. Adrian wanted to protect his land of northern Britain, so he ordered the construction of one of the most important monuments in this war in Europe, and the monuments were called the Wall of the Peace. That wall is the famous Adrian's Wall, called by Adrian by his own name. Is one of the most important monuments in the world. Adrian consolidated the emperor's council and he promoted reforms in the bureaucracy which would remain to regulate the end of the empire. And Adrian became super important and he promoted large constructions such as the named amphitheater, the Venice Amphitheater, and the Castle Sant'Angelo, and he promoted the construction of the Tiber Bridge in Rome, and all those monuments was created by him. All those monuments represent Adrian and how he was a great emperor, and those monuments represent his love and his happiness. Now I'm gonna tell you about the Adrian's Wall. This wall is the most important part of this documentary, and the wall represents the peace. The peace of Rome that Adrian's created. He wanted a wall to protect his people, his land. This is the named amphitheater. This amphitheater is super important and famous because Adrian created. He was the one that gave the idea to make this amphitheater, but in the Middle Ages, this monument transferred into fortress, constitution, and refuge for those people that were in danger, basically like a house. This is the Sant'Angelo Bridge. This bridge is located in the city of Rome. Was built in the years 134 and 139 by Adrian. This bridge basically doesn't have like a big history behind it because it's just a bridge that just was created to people to have a better city, and that's it. Now it's just a bridge like always, and you can use it. This is the Venice Amphitheater, also was created by Adrian in the year 120. But something really fun about it is that this amphitheater was inaugurated by Adrian 14 years Also, it wasn't finished, like they don't finish it until the year 141. This is the San Angelo Castle and doesn't have that big history behind it, but still super important. And just was damaged by fire too, and people like they have to build it again, but we're different. So this is not basically the original one that Adrian made, so we have like a copy. This place made part of Adrian's history and everything that he creates. All those constructions were the main event. Those constructions that he made were super important, and after all of this, Adrian just spent the rest of his reign traveling around his land, around Europe, and everyone said that Adrian was a good emperor and a good king because he made all of these to protect his people, to have a better city for his people, and people consider it basically a good king. Everyone says and describes Adrian as a good emperor because he got his experience in the military. He always acted like a soldier. Even if he was a king, he always visited the military because he liked it. Adrian was acting more like a normal person as a king. He was acting like a normal person trying to protect their country, their lands, their cities. And that's why people love him. That's why people say that he was a good king, a good emperor. Those last days of reign were like the same. His reign was marked by absence of a major military operation, and he got a lot of support from important people, and he always tried to stop conflicts and war. He got a good time to make important rules for Rome and made monuments for his people, and he always wanted the best. He passed away on July 1st in the year 138, and he was 72 years old. This is a young age to die, but he has some problem on his heart, and that's the reason he passed away. Adriano was an excellent king who did the best to protect Rome. In Adriano biography shows that he was a man who passes by a soldier when he has to protect his territory, and was an excellent man. Adrian now is part of our story, and he shows how a king can be a soldier. Without him, Rome and Europe maybe is still like something that doesn't have a lot of history, but with him everything changed because he created the most important parts of those countries. The last thing that I have to say is thank you for watching, and I hope this documentary show you something important.